you already know exactly which riff I'm talking about. Well, hey there kids, and welcome to this week's installment of Weekend Wankshop. Here's your good buddy, Uncle Ben. A couple weeks ago, after I posted that video with the real way to play the Damage Incorporated riff by Metallica, I got a huge outpouring of comments and messages asking people to decipher what the heck is going on with that second heavy riff in Fight Fire with Fire. So I tracked down the isolated guitar track and I brought that into Logic and I slowed it down and I obsessively listened to it at all different speeds, and I've come up with something that I think is pretty accurate here. Now, the original guitar track has a lot of distortion on it. It's a pretty scooped kind of tone, and the doubling of the guitars isn't exactly watertight, so I wouldn't say that it's ideal for transcribing purposes. But after watching a whole bunch of different live videos of Metallica from different eras, as well as listening to Cliff's isolated bass track, I think I've come up with something here that sounds pretty damn accurate. But before we start diving into it, let's hear it again at stepdad speed. As always, there's a full tab for this on my Instagram page, so be sure to head on over to Ben Eller Guitars, find the tab for this week's lick, learn how to play it, and upload a video of yourself shredding through it along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. So the original recording on Ride the Lightning is in standard tuning, but slightly sharp. So if you're playing along with the record, be sure to tune up just a little bit. It's about an eighth or a quarter of a step sharp. Part 1. So the first thing they're doing in this riff here is hitting the open low E string, then the 3rd fret low E string with no palm muting. After that is this burst of 5 palm muted notes. Now this is the open low E string again, 5th fret low E string, 2 low E's open, and then a 3rd fret low E string. So that's open, 5, open, open, 3rd. Like that. And it's palm muted really hard and picked really hard, like that. After this, you're going to have 2 more low E's, palm muted, open, and then you're going to play these 2 power chords here. I've got an F sharp power chord, which is 2nd fret low E string, 4th fret A, and then just move up a fret to a G power chord. That's 3rd E, 5th A. So those 2 power chords went. No palm muting on those. Those are also open here for the right hand. A lot of tabs that I've seen have a pull-off in there somewhere, like pulling off on the 3rd fret low E string or maybe the 5th, something like that in there. After watching, again, a lot of live videos and listening really close to that guitar track isolated, I think it's just too aggressive sounding to be a pull-off. And again, I'm not going to swear on my life there, but this is me going off of the isolated guitar track from the original recorded version of the song. And you know as well as I do, sometimes Metallica plays the riffs a little bit differently live. It's really important to pay close attention to which parts of this are muted and which parts aren't. Again, the first 2 notes are not palm muted. That middle burst of notes is all palm muted, and then the power chords at the end are not palm muted. Now let's cover the second half of the riff. Okay, so this is pretty similar to the first half. You're going to start off with your open to 3rd on the low E string, no palm muting. And then of that burst of notes that we played before, the palm muted little set of notes that we played, all that we have time to do this time is going to be... So that was the open E, 5th E, and then 2 open low E's. And again, that's all going to be palm muted. So that's 4 notes. And then this is definitely a part that most tabs I see have wrong. A lot of tabs I see just have you hitting the F sharp power chord, the one on 2E and 4A, just smashing that 2 times like that. That is not what's up. It's them playing a G power chord, which is again 3 on the E, 5 on the A, and then immediately sliding it down to the 2 and 4 position for the F sharp power chord. Watch any live videos, you'll see that hand shift right there every single time. So that entire second half should sound like... So you play the entire riff 3 times normally, and then the 4th time it ends just a little bit more abruptly. The only difference here is instead of doing 2 of those G to F sharp slides, they just do 1. That's it. So it's just going to be once like that. No big deal. Let's also talk about some of the picking strategies you can use to get this riff sounding right. If you try to play this riff just straight up alternate picks, it will not work out time feel wise. It'll be really hard to stay on top of it at the insane speed that this song goes by. What you're going to want to do instead here is to do 2 downstrokes for those first 2 notes of the riff. And then this next sequence here is going to be a little closer to alternate picked here. We're going to play down, up, down, up, down, down, up. That's really important to follow that picking right there. Otherwise this whole thing will become a train wreck. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Then your 2 power chords are just going to be downstrokes. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Same idea for the second half of the riff. Down, 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 up, down, down. So since I have that isolated guitar track dumped into Logic right here, I'm going to play it at a few different speeds so you guys can practice along with it now. Let's start slow. I'll let you guys get a listen to it and then I'll jump on. 2, 3, 4. Here's a medium pace. Here's ramming speed. And here's actual tempo. Coming in hot. So there you go, guys, another Metallica classic decoded. I really enjoy using Weekend Wankshop to cover riffs and stuff like that too, because as we all know, man cannot live a shred alone. Let me know what other classic Metallica or Megadeth or Testament or whatever riffs it is that you've been trying to crack for years, and I'll try to get around to covering those on future episodes. Just leave me a comment, let me know what you'd like to see covered. Thanks again so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ben Eller Guitars. I also have a Facebook fan page you can find over on facebook.com/Uncle Ben Eller. And if you'd like to talk with me about booking some one-on-one Skype lessons, be sure to drop me an email, benellerguitars@gmail.com. Stay tuned for another sick lick next week. Cheers, guys.